Okay, we're going to have a look at the chocolate bar project now, and we're going to have a look at the final stage, which is going from the final chocolate wrapper here to creating a prototype or a model chocolate bar. So we want to go from this to this, and we're going to look at the first stage here. So obviously the first stage is you've completed it, you've made sure that you've got all the relevant barcodes and things like that. The sheet is covered in colour and it looks as good as you can make it, because obviously we're not going to do any more work on that now. Then the first stage is to either use a craft knife and a steel ruler, which we can use obviously with a cutting mat, or you might have used scissors. And what we're going to do, as you can see there, is we're going to just cut out our wrapper till we've got this here. So there's our wrapper. You can see we've actually got some fold lines on here, which what I've done is folded on those. To fold them, quite a good trick is to get it with the steel ruler lined up with the fold line. You can use, that's what these are for on here as well, and just run along here and fold it so that we've got our folds. So once we've cut and folded our wrapper, what we need to do is we need to produce something that's going to be in the middle for the bar. So what we're going to use is we're going to laminate or block model with some corrugated cardboard. So this is a good material to work with. It's cheap, we're kind of recycling it, and it's lightweight and it's fairly easy to work. So what we need to do is we need to produce a block which is 150 millimeters by 50 millimeters. So to cut these out, you can either use a template or you can mark with a steel ruler. Now if we're marking with a steel ruler, what we need is a pen or a pencil. I'm just going to use this board pen because it's easier, and we're going to take our piece of cardboard, we need our cutting mat and our steel ruler, and the first thing we do is measure our length, which is 150. And if we set our 150 here, and then we make a mark here and here, so these marks should line up. We get it right, 150 there, 150 there, and we line up and draw our line. The next thing we need to do is we need to put a line at 50, and mark that, and we need, now depending on the thickness of the card here, is how many we need. And we can see that some of the card is thicker, some is thinner. But once we've done this, we use our craft knife, use our steel ruler, use the cutting mat to make these cuts. And as you can see there, the stuff that I was using there was quite thin, that's quite thick. But what we need to do is put them all together and get a thickness of about 20 to 30 millimeters thick. So that's what we're looking at with this stage. So what we need to do is cut out, I've got 4 of those, 5's pretty good. That's what we need to do there. So that's the first stage of making our chocolate bar prototype.